Hello, thanks for checking out Mr. Ware's videos, and today we're looking at arithmetic and geometric sequences. Arithmetic and geometric sequences. Just trying to figure out which color I want to use today. All right, let's go with the red. All right. So, arithmetic and geometric sequences. And this one right here is the arithmetic sequence. And it says series. Don't pay any attention to that. We're just going to talk about the sequences. Okay. So, determine whether a sequence is arithmetic or geometric. Okay. So, you go check for the common difference. So, arithmetic sequences are sequences that have a common difference, meaning you're adding the same number again and again and again. Okay. So, in order to that number that you keep adding, that's the same number, is called a common difference. So take a look at this first sequence here, right? All right, you got -7, -3, 1, 5, and 9. Okay, so what we're doing is we're adding 4 each time. It's real easy to see from here. 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 4 is 9. Okay, we're adding 4. That's the common difference. This is how you find the common difference. You take the first term of the sequence. Here it's -7. Or actually, no. You take the second term of the sequence. Here is -3. And we're going to subtract it from -7. So -3 minus a -7 is going to get you 4. All right. Now you do it once, but you do it again to make sure that you're going to add 4 to the next one. So we do 1, is in this case would be our second term, minus the first term, -3. So 1 minus -3 also gives us 4. You can change that to plus. 1 plus 3 is 4. And you can keep going. 5 minus 1 is 4. 9 minus 5 is 4. So 4 is the common difference. All right, let's take a look at another one. Here, um, when you do that same tactic, 6 minus 2, you get 4. But that's why you got to do it more than once. 18 minus 6 is 12, right? As soon as that happens, it's no longer a arithmetic sequence. Okay, it's no longer an arithmetic sequence. You have to have the same number when you subtract like that. All right, let's look at some more information. All right, here, if you know the first term of arithmetic sequence and it's labeled as A1, and the common difference, and that's denoted as D, then you can find the nth term, meaning whichever term you want to find. So if we go back to that first sequence, and I'm gonna erase some of this off and zoom in here. Okay, you've got a sequence, arithmetic. This will be the first, this will be the second, this will be the third, and so on. So instead of saying first, second, third, they usually use different notations. So here in this particular worksheet, they say A1. So A1 would be -7, A2 would be -3, and 1, mess that up. A2 would be -3, and A3 would be +1. It's just the number of the sequence. You may also see it as f of 1, f of 2, f of 3. That's another way to see it. That's function notation. Okay. So don't let them get confused. That's just telling you what the number it is in that sequence. All right. So the nth term is, okay, if I want to find, let's say, the 12th term of this sequence, how can I find it? Do I keep adding 4 multiple times, or is there a formula for it? You guessed it, there's a formula for it. So let me show you that formula. Okay, let me get that to get clear. If you know the first term of the sequence, A1, what I talked about a minute ago, and D, the common difference, then you can find the nth term, whichever number term you're looking for, okay, using this following rule, okay? So that n right here just represents whatever number term you're looking for. So let's take a look at the example they give us here. Zoom in a little bit. It says find the 15th term of the arithmetic sequence. So they tell you that this is an arithmetic sequence, right? And you have to find the 15th. This is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth. We want to find the 15th. And we can keep adding, or we can use this formula. So here's the steps. Step 1, find the common difference. Okay. So what they did is they took that first term, or second term, which is 4, and subtracted from the first term, which is 10, and it equals -6. You could do it again. You could do -2 minus 4, and you would get -6 here as well, right? Just to make sure. But they told us it's an arithmetic sequence. So this is the common difference. All right. Then step 2, easiest step ever. All you got to do is find the first term of the sequence. In this case, it's 10. It's the first one there. All right. And now you're going to plug it into this formula. Okay. The same formula I got in a box up here. Okay. So I got A of n is equal to A of 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay. Now, sometimes this d is in front of the parentheses or behind it, but it doesn't matter. Okay. So we're just going to plug in everything. So here we plug in the first term, which is 10. And they could have put it here, but they didn't. Plug in 10. That's the first term. Plug in 15, which is the number of term we're looking for. Okay. And then the common difference. Also, they could have plugged it in here, which is -6. So we're going to multiply this times -6. Okay. Once you get here, you could work this out, or you could just type all this in the calculator. Okay. Not this A of 15 part, but you'll say 10 plus parentheses 15 minus 1 close parentheses times -6. You hit enter and you get -74. And that's it. That's how you find the 15th term of a sequence, of this sequence. All right, let's take a look at a few more examples. All right, it says determine each sequence could be arithmetic. If so, the common difference. Okay. So what you want to do here is, like I said before, you do 15 second term minus the first minus 3, and you get 12. And then do 27 minus 15, and you also get 12. So that checks out. No problem. So that works. Yes. All right, here we've got 3, 9, 27, 81, 243. This does not look like you're adding the same number. So you can tell it's not an arithmetic sequence, but let's just go through it here. 9 minus 3, it's going to get us 6. And 27 minus 9, I can't think of off the top, but it's not 6, right? So this is not an arithmetic sequence. All right, let's look at another one. Okay, here they got some negative numbers, but don't let that mess you up. We got 2 minus 10. It's going to get us -8. And -6, I wrote 2, but I meant -6 minus 2. Same sign, find the sum, -8. So that one checks out. That one's good. Yes. And here they just want us to find the common difference. But once you can find the common difference, you can use that to find the term when you use the formula. All right, so we've got 5, 13, 21, 29, 37, okay? And they tell you it's an arithmetic sequence, okay? So what we're going to do, and they got it laid out for you. Then first we got to find the common difference. So we're going to do 13 minus 5, and it equals 8. Okay, so that's the common difference. We've got that. We need the first term, 5. Put 5. And the nth term, they tell us that, 10. Put 10 here. And then you're going to plug it into the formula. And that formula, with this notation, is A of n is equal to A of 1 plus n minus 1d. And we're going to just plug in everything we need. So A of 1 is 5 plus n, which is 10, minus 1 times d, which is 8. Okay. You type this right into the calculator, and when you do, the answer that you get is 77. All right, let's take a look at another one. All right, we got 7, 4, 1, -2, and -5. Okay, we're going to do find the common difference. 4 minus 7. Don't get confused. 7 minus 4. Don't do that. So 4 minus 7 is going to get you -3. And you can see you're adding a -3 because it's going down. We're going to take the first term, which is 7. And the nth term, again, is 10. We're going to plug it into that same formula. A of n is equal to A of 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Just plug in the numbers. We've got A of n is equal to A of 1, which is 7, plus n, which is 10, minus 1 times d, the common difference, -3. And you type that into the calculator, hit equal, and you get -20. All right. Now, this video ran a little long, so I won't do the geometric sequence, but stay tuned for that video. For now, thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos. Have a nice day.